Nawab Mirza Muhammad Sirajuddaulah and Robert Clive had just signed the Treaty of Alinagar, which ceded the city of Calcutta back to British East India Company. The ghastly Battle of Plassey, which would see the worst story of betrayal in the history of Indian politics, causing the British traders to take over the Bengal presidency as the rulers, was yet to happen. While on his way back from Shialda, Governor of the Presidency of Fort Williams, Robert Clive, had spotted a massive structure on top of a mound surrounded by a moat near today's Nagar Bazar in the North 24 Parganas of West Bengal, which immediately attracted his attention. And this is the story that revolves around one of the most controversial, influential, yet hated figures in the colonial history of India.
Of this video, I would like to put forward this appeal to anyone who is watching this video, that we should come forward as a community, as a civilized society, to save our own culture, our own heritage. Because if we don't save our culture, if we don't save our heritage, and if we don't understand what is important to our history, our culture, and if we don't understand that it is very important for our next generations to see from what we have come to become what we are today, then I don't know where we are going. I don't know what kind of civilization is that does not respect the history, that does not nurture the history, and conserve the best, the cream of history. So it is my earnest request to everyone who is watching this video, please make sure that you take an earnest effort in conserving heritage, in conserving history. If you are the owner of one, and if you are not, please be the part of a responsible society, and please be a responsible citizen, and try to save what is there, whatever is there in our city, in our state, in our country. It is very important to us. History is very important. My hunt for the oldest standing building in Kolkata began on a rainy, laid-back, late September afternoon. I boarded the Kolkata metro and got down at the Dum station. Then I took one e-rickshaw that dropped me by the Keshtapur Canal. After crossing the stinking canal by the footbridge, I took another e-rickshaw to the Nagar Bazar Mall. Then, a 5-minute walk from there through the winding alleys took me to the almost unspottable Clive house. What is up, guys? So welcome to another video of my channel, and today we have come to North Kolkata. Essentially this falls under the district of North 24 Parganas in West Bengal, and today we are trying to find out Clive House, which is one of the most old buildings. I mean, in some places it's written the oldest building in Kolkata, and in some places it is written that it is one of the oldest buildings in Kolkata. So today, since we are on a hunt to find out the heritage buildings of Kolkata or of ancient Calcutta that have been lost, so today we have come this far near Nagar Bazar to find out the Clive House. So let's go. In an article by Lewis O'Malley, it has been mentioned that the name Dum has originated from the word Damdama, which means heaped mound or battery, and the house was called Dum House or Bada Kothi, meaning the grand house. It is also presumed that the house was constructed during the late Mughal period, and later somehow it became the property of Nawab Alivardi Khan and his grandson Nawab Siraj-ud-Daulah. According to oral traditions, the mound
on which the Clive House stands today was built in a single night. It also acted as a shelter for 20 refugee families after the partition between India and Pakistan.
As you can see, right now I'm standing in front of the Clive House that is right behind me, and it has started raining. The weather was not so good since the morning, and finally the rain has come down. The rain god has not been so kind with me today. And the story of this Clive building, this Clive House, it is quite right now a pretty sad one. I know that there can be different types of emotions and feelings in the hearts of Indians and in the hearts of Bengalis. And we all know that Clive was not at all generous to Indians. And we also know that what he did to Siraj and how he bribed a lot of his generals and army commanders and how he won the Battle of Plassey in 1757, and how the company gradually took over the British East India Company gradually took over Bengal presidency and then the rest of India. But again, we cannot deny that this building is a part of history, and it is an important part of history for this beautiful city, for the city of joy. And it is a building that stands the test of time, and it is one such building. And this building, it's rumored to be a lot older than Clive. Story goes that during the Battle of Plassey, when Clive's army defeated Siraj's army near Sialda, so this building was spotted by Clive on a mound. You can see this is the building, and this is the ground, and there is a ground next to the building on the other side, and you can see how high this building is compared to the rest of the surrounding areas, like this field and the nearby those houses. So basically what happened was that this house used to stand on a mound, on a heap of soil that was, the pile was a lot higher than the surrounding areas. It is said that it was separated from the rest of this area that currently you can see, by a pit dug around this mound, as it used to be in olden days with some castles or mansions of some rich, wealthy and powerful people. So this used to be the the outskirts, and this used to be the mound, and there probably used to be the moat where the water is there. I think that is a lot shallow now, and I think the moat has disappeared probably, but this is how it used to be. And also, when excavated in 2001 by the the Archaeological Survey of India, they found remains, and artifacts inside the building which were over 2,200 years old. That is before Christ. That is during the pre-Gupta, post-Gupta, or the Gupta period. I'm not exactly sure about the timeline, so I'm not going to confuse you with that. So that belonged to when the Guptas used to rule India, or somewhere around that time. So can you believe it? Like this building, or this construction, the base of this construction, this entire mound, this building, all of this, right in the heart of Kolkata. Not exactly in the heart of Kolkata, but in North Kolkata. All of this could be 2,200 years old. This started 2,200 years back. And we also in general have a theory that the city of Kolkata was founded by Job Charnock in 1690, but then again there are confusions, and there are controversies regarding that, as there are a lot of historians say that there are mentions of the city of Kolkata or Calcutta in some texts and some poems of the Mughal era, that dated back to around 500-600 years ago. So I'm not quite exactly sure about that. So, but again, this place had some artifacts buried in the soil, which after testing were found out to be 2,200 years old, which were from time before Christ. So can you imagine how incredible this place is? Now I feel really sad, like this, only these iron poles, these are supporting this building, and this building is in a completely dilapidated condition. There was one guy inside, so he was showing me, he did not let me enter because it is too dangerous to enter inside, so I can only shoot and talk from outside. So he was showing me that almost half of the roof has fallen off, as you can see from here. You can see the sky from this main door. You can see right here. This is the roof, and this is the heap of, you know, the debris that has fallen from the roof, as you can see on that side and on that side as well. Our city, the city of Kolkata, the city of joy, I think it is a treasure trove of history and culture, and I think we are just wasting it. Honestly, we are just wasting it at this point. This is the oldest building in Kolkata, and just look at the condition of the building. It's dilapidated, it's broken down, it's shut down, there are no tourists, and it used to stand on a high mound that was separated from the rest of the ground, the nearby ground, by a moat. And see, on this side we have a field. This is the dilapidated house, and on the back side it's just slum, completely slum, that have almost come over and encroached the building. Previously there was one guy, he was telling me that this building, I mean the people inside the slum, they used to live inside this building, and then probably the government or the Archaeological Survey of India took some initiative and they moved them out. তারা বলছে এইখানে আগে একটা ছিল না তোমার, মানে শুনেছি যে তোমার এইখানে একটা তোমার এর মতন ছিল, এই তোমার কি বলে, একটা গর্ত মতন ছিল, মানে ক্যাসেলে যেরকম হয় আগে, এখানে তোমার নালা মার্কা ছিল, সেটা কি মানে কোনোদিন দেখেছো?
আমিও শুনেছি, আমি চোখে দেখতে পাইনি ভাই, ভিতরে ছিল মনে হয়, ভিতরে আমি কিন্তু এসে আমি দেখি।
আচ্ছা,
ওই ডিম ছিল, মানে বাইরে বেরোনো।
According to Lewis O'Malley, originally the structure was a single-storied block house, and it was constructed in a manner to secure a flank fire position from every side. Moreover, the house was well equipped with underground chambers too. It even had an underground tunnel leading up to another house in the modern-day Mall Road area. The walls of the house were also very thick and strongly built. As a building of political significance in respect to the pre-existing structure, O'Malley had also mentioned that the old building, with its elevated position and strong structure, seemed to be quite capable of a stout defense against anything but artillery, which is why it caught the eyes of Clive, and he decided on adding another floor to it and making it his country house. Leading to the extensive excavation of the mound at the north of Clive House, it revealed the ruins of a civilization dating far before the days of Christ, which will surely revolutionize the history of South Bengal. The initial excavations were done on a 10 cross 10 meters single trench in a horizontal method, and it yielded fascinating results. Various terracotta figures, semi-precious stones, coins belonging to the 8th century AD and even earlier were discovered. Subsequently, a floor made of lime and brick jelly covering the length of almost an entire trench, a hearth, and around it a lot of tortoise shells and fish scales were found. However, after Clive, this garden house had been passed on further to the hands of many other Englishmen. For some time, it was also used for field practice by the officers of the Bengal artillery. In 1891, this garden house served as a headquarters of the Presidency Volunteer Reserve Battalion.
so I don't quite understand the motive behind all of this right now, because I think that we are just letting our heritage die, and this is pestering me to the fullest, and I think it should be bothering all of you. I should watch this video, and it should bother all of you that we are completely wasting our heritage, we are completely wasting our resources like this. Travel tourism is a great source of income for our country, it's a great source to generate revenue, and just imagine if this building is highlighted as the most old building, or the oldest standing building of Kolkata, which has had ruins or artifacts that are over 2200 years old, right in the heart of the city of Kolkata. And you just, properly furnish this building, and you just take care of this building, and just imagine how much amount of revenue tourism will generate. I don't know, I think I'm really in a sad mood right now, and I'm going to end the video. I'll see you in the next one. Please make sure you watch all the other videos. I make travel videos and historical videos, and like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.